Hey YouTube, Papa Jason with Life with Paul. Paul's laying on the ground in the shade right behind me over there. He's just cooling off. We are experiencing air conditioner issues in the middle of the summer in Texas. It's fun times, I'm telling you. So we're outside, you know, air conditioner guy is supposed to be coming. So that is what it is. I don't know. Maybe we'll make it work another year before we have to buy another air conditioner. I don't know. Well, Paul's right under the camera now. I guess he heard me talking, so he's got to come make an appearance. Anyway, thought I was having this morning is, hey, come on. You're on my foot, go. He's holding me hostage now. Thought I was having this morning is, I have toys in my life. They're pretty much dust collectors nowadays because, you know, with my health and my vision and everything else, it's I don't really get to interact with them and do things with them very much. But the thought I'm having in particular, hey, don't knock my camera over. You don't want to go back in there. It's hot in there. Come on. Go lay down in the shade. Yeah, go lay in the shade. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. He's an air-conditioned dog. He definitely is. But one of the toys I have in particular is a guitar. It's an electric guitar. And one piece of that guitar in particular is what's on my mind. Stop eating grass. You're not a cow. It has a, if I get the phrase correctly, it has a wizard. No. It has an Edge Wizard 2 double locking floating bridge. Okay, that being said, if you know, you know. If you don't, it's hard to explain to somebody who is not in the know. It's a tremolo system is what it's called. I'm not bragging, not saying anything good, bad, against, whatever. But this is where I'm going with it. With that guitar, with that bridge system on it, if you change the strings on that guitar, you put brand new strings, exactly like the ones you took off, you have to detune it, unlock it, unlock the strings, put new strings on it, somewhat get them in tune, stretch them, because strings stretch. You have to stretch them to get the stretch out of them. Get them relatively back in tune. Make sure the height is adjusted correctly for those strings. You have to make sure the relief in the neck is not too much or not set where it's not enough relief. And then you have to set the intonation for the strings to make sure the note is proper. And you have to do all of that before you can even play it. It won't hold in tune. The tremolo won't float where it's supposed to, which means it won't hold the proper tune if you don't have all of that set in perfect place. And what should take 5 minutes to do for a normal, standard, regular guitar to change the set of strings and tune it takes sometimes hours to do on this guitar, just to be able to play it. So, needless to say, with my vision and my health and stuff like that, you see why I'm having issues with it. I got this guitar long before I started having my health issues and my vision issues. But that's the toys. I have that toy. I have a motorcycle. A motorcycle is a very complicated piece of machinery. They're not like they used to be when they were just carbureted and weren't so difficult. Now there's timing and there's fuel injection and there's, a computer system that operates everything. They're very complicated now. What had me thinking about it and what brought it to mind is Paul's favorite toys or balls. He loves balls. Very simple. He's somewhere around here. I hear him. Paul, leave it. Good boy. They're very simple. You chew on them, you chase them, you can throw them, you can catch them. It's a simple toy. All my toys are very complicated. All of his are very simple. I'm not saying he's dumb. I'm not saying he's not intelligent, because he is very, very intelligent. He just enjoys the simple things. Well, what's got me to thinking is what are the simple things that I enjoy that I'm missing out on in my life because I'm just letting them pass by? What are you missing out on in your life? Sometimes we get bogged down with the complicated stuff and we forget about the simple things. I don't talk about it much on this channel because, you know how YouTube has their rules, but I enjoy cigars. I really do. I miss out on those. I do. They're a simple thing. They're very, very simple and, I don't know, somewhat satisfying. I miss the simple things in life. Some of the channels that I watch on YouTube, or I say watch, but it's more listen to, but is people have these homesteading channels where they leave everything in the city and they cash in all their stuff. They sell their house. They get rid of all their stuff. Well, not all their stuff, but sorry, my nose is running. And they move out somewhere to just homestead and live off the land, off the grid. And that is a hard way of living because everything is very physical doing it that way. But in the grand scheme of things, it's such a simple life. And that to me is appealing. I'm not at a stage in my life where I would ever attempt to do that. I'm way beyond that nowadays. That's a young man's game, I think, not an old man's game to start. But it's the simple thing. It's the simple part of it that draws me in. I like to think of myself as a simple-minded person. I try not to overcomplicate things, but I do. My guitar is living proof of that. I own a guitar, and it's one of the most complicated ones you can own. I could have one with a fixed bridge and no tremolo system at all. That would take 5 minutes to string up and set and be ready to play. No, we gotta have it more complicated than that, I guess. If you know about the guitar I do have, you know why I have it. You know what it's capable of. Like I said, if you know, you know. Paul's waiting right at the bottom of the steps. He wants to go in and turn the air conditioner on. The problem we're having with our air conditioner is it keeps freezing up. So then it's blowing air, but it's not blowing cool air. So we have to turn it off, basically let it thaw out for a while and then turn it back on, and then it might work again. it might not. So we'll try it again here in a little bit. Hopefully it'll work. But if I could have just a simple life of, my favorite toy is the ball, how simple would it be? How much less stressful would it be? My ideal life nowadays would be me sitting on the bank of a river fishing every day. I could do that. I could live that way. I know some people that would be boring to them. For me, I would love it because it's simple. I love the simple things. I kind of always have. But the way I've always run my life is I love the simple things and I really thoroughly enjoy the simple things. But the one thing in my life that always overcomplicates everything is me. So leave it to one thing in my life that's going to mess my life up, and that one thing is me. I know you can relate to that. That's typically what happens in our lives. The one thing that devastates our life is ourselves. I don't have outside sources usually come in and wreak havoc on my life. I usually do that enough on my own. I usually don't need much help. I don't know. I thought maybe somebody could relate to this. There's a butterfly over there, and when Paul sees it, he's going to go chase it. Yeah. He's watching it now. When it moves, he's going to go chase it. Oh, it took off. Oh, it left you, Paul. He chases the butterflies. He's such a vicious dog. So, I don't know. Maybe you can relate to it. Maybe this will help you. Maybe you find yourself in the same exact spot today. I don't know. But there's a reason it's on my mind, so I thought I'd express it and put it on video here. Maybe somebody can use it. This is where I'm at today with a broken air conditioner and a guitar that I really can't get in. I can't change the strings and get in tune to play. This is my life today. But I have a wonderful dog. I'm fortunate I have a loyal family. And I have all the things I need. I'm really in need of nothing else. There's other things I would like to have, but I don't need them. So with that, give the video a like. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Somebody out there needs to hear it. All right, go play. Silly dog. So with that, watch for the life lessons, learn from the lessons, and be the best version of you the world has ever seen. And tell your dog I said hi.